With us now, our resident nerd on call, Ryan Eldridge with Nerds on Call.
Hi.
We're going to talk about the pros and cons when you try to do it yourself. And when you're talking about these home security systems, what exactly do you mean by do it yourself? I think I want the professionals doing it.
Well, in some cases you do, but here's the problem. With professionals comes contracts, comes monitoring fees, comes all kinds of other stuff. So the best part about doing it yourself is, one, the technology is readily available. You can go to a Home Depot and pick stuff up, or go on Amazon and buy things. So you don't have to have a professional do it if you want to. So if you've got a little DIY moxie, you can set up your own system.
Okay, well, talk us through it. How do we start here, and do we monitor your own system?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems is we all think, oh yeah, I got my phone with me all the time, so I get little updates on my phone. Problem is we ignore our phone more often than we look at it. So we're in a meeting, we're in a movie, there's a notification coming up, or you're getting notifications from Twitter and Facebook and texts, and you just kind of turn it off. And meanwhile, there's some, like I saw in the B-roll, some bear running through your house. So you want to make sure you want to make sure that if you're going to do it, you're going to monitor it yourself. Otherwise, consider a professional to monitor your system.
Okay. What else do we need to keep in mind?
Well, this is a great system for renters. Like if you're renting your own home, you don't want to have to install a bunch of stuff everywhere, and sometimes landlords won't let you. So this is something you can kind of take with you from place to place to place.
Okay.
And it's cheaper. Remember, there's no long-term contracts, so you just buy the equipment, monitor yourself, and then when you're done, that's it.
Okay, so those are the pros then, right?
So those are the pros, and obviously the biggest con is the fact that you've got to monitor your own system. You've got to replace the equipment when it goes bad. There's no
you have to call the police.
Yeah, you have to be the one that calls the police, and you got to convince them to come over. You know, because what if they're like, well, you know, it could be a false alarm. You got to be like, no, seriously, there's a bear in my house.
Right, I could watch. I could show you the video.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. So there are options though. There's one called SimpliSafe. And SimpliSafe is pretty great because you can buy all the equipment, you can put it all up in your house, and then there are also options for 24/7 monitoring. So that way, if you don't want to be the one monitoring, you can just hire somebody else to do it for you. They have a wireless key panel, which is what we're used to, plus there's a silent alarm option. A lot of the DIY stuff don't have silent alarms, so if somebody's forcing you to turn off your alarm, you know, and it's a DIY option, it's only going to your phone. But this way, if it's a monitored system, it'll actually go out and contact the police. Okay,
so this is the way where you're buying the equipment, but someone else is still monitoring it for you?
Yeah, well, you can. You can either do it yourself, try it for a little while, and then hire somebody to do it, or and it starts at $230. And you can add more things to the system, or you can take things away to make it a little cheaper. They have a la carte options, so you can just add one thing at a time as you go. And they have cameras coming soon, which is going to be pretty nice.
What about the cameras that you can view the video online?
Yeah,
those systems.
One of my favorites is the Nest camera. It works with the Nest system. It's pretty great because it kind of motion activated, so when somebody comes in the room, it knows when there's motion in there. It can also listen to sounds. It takes a picture of the room, so that way it knows when something has changed, and it'll notify you on your phone. But again, you're monitoring it yourself, and so if you're going to be diligent, it's a pretty good option.
And with these, you could turn them off or on if you're home and you don't want that motion sensor picking just you up walking through the house.
That's right. Or if you've got a large animal, like a large dog or something, and you don't want it picking up and kind of freaking out, so you can turn down the sensitivity or whatever that you want.
Okay, what other home products do you have for us?
Well, another good one was called Get Piper. This is $280. This Get Piper's kind of cool because it's just a standalone camera, and it's got an alarm on it. It's got a really loud siren. It's got a motion detector. It's got night vision. It's got all kinds of cool stuff. And this one you can just kind of move around the house where you want it, or you can network a couple of them together. It's about $280, and you can get it at getpiper.com.
Okay.
And it's really great because it's so loud, there's no way you can turn that off without the app.
And you're not going to sleep through it.
No way you're going to sleep through it. It's so loud. Like the only way I would want to, if you know how you kind of panic when your alarm's going off? It's so, you just want to throw it outside. It's so crazy loud. So it's going to annoy some of your neighbors and stuff, but it's a pretty great system for $280. It's like
it's yours.
The one to go for. Yeah.
And you monitor that yourself, obviously.
Yeah, and you can move it around the house. So you don't have to mount it anywhere, drill holes in your walls, or do any kind of crazy stuff.
Finally, the people that just want to go, what were you going to say?
Well, I was going to talk about the Ring. I don't know if we have time, though.
Go ahead, real quick.
So there's also another one called the Ring, which is a doorbell monitoring system. So that way when somebody comes up to your door, it'll kind of alert you, hey, there's somebody at your door. This is really important here in the Bay Area because we have things delivered all the time.
Yes.
And our packages are sitting there, and some dude comes by and picks it up. Well, this has got a two-way speaker on it, so you can kind of go, hey, leave my package alone. It's kind of cool.
Right, but you need to know when the package is coming, right?
Yeah, well, you do need to know when it's coming, and here's the other problem is that some people have reported there is a little lag between the video and when it gets to your phone, and so sometimes you're like, hey, get away, and the guy's already gone. So you just have to be aware of that, but the Ring, it's called ring.com, and it's pretty cool.
But still a good option. So all these that you're talking about, I would have to purchase anything that I can just try out at home.
Well, I would start with the Get Piper. If I'm going to just try something out for $280, it's a little mobile camera that you can move around, and it does everything all in one little tiny box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, the things that we can do these days, right?
Yeah, well, smart homes are getting so smart, and you just kind of want to play. It's sort of the new computer of our age.
Well, let's hope we're not putting the security companies out of business, right?
Well, I don't know. Some of them, some of these contracts, I don't know if you've seen that there was recent reports. Yeah, and they're kind of predatory with some of their stuff, where they'll tell you they're going to cancel one contract and sign you up for another one. And I saw a report on this the other day on the news. It was terrible.
Okay, do your research. All right, Ryan Eldridge, co-founder of Nerds on Call. Ryan, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
All right.